Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of the In From Japan podcast. As always, I'm your host, Erroll Moss, and with me is the phenomenon from Suriname, Jason Corder.
Hey.
And, this is the podcast where we talk about the latest news on Japan-developed games and other things in relation to them. Available on Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube. Apple Music to be determined. I know, I meant to do that a couple episodes ago. Whatever. There's enough stuff going on in the world, and that's the least of your concerns right now.
Yeah,
I actually don't even know anybody who uses that.
Whatever.
Yeah. So as always, we're gonna start with games we've been playing. So I've actually been kind of burnt out on games recently. Because I was playing Snack World, Final Fantasy XIV, and Dragon Quest VIII, all kind of like not exactly at the same time, but you know what I mean. Like, so first I got burnt out by Snack World, and then Final Fantasy XIV, I finished my trial. And then Dragon Quest, and then I just been playing like a little bit of Dragon Quest VIII each night, but otherwise I haven't really been playing anything. Mostly waiting for like Animal Crossing and Doom and other stuff, which will be out after we record this podcast, or a little after. But I did try the Trials of Mana demo.
Ooh.
And you did too, right? Or
yeah, I did. I think I'm in the third area of the prologue. Yeah.
So you have your third. You got your last party member?
No. Like, I think I started with Reese, the girl with the green dress and the spear. Yeah, that. The princess one, the leader of the Amazons. So you will.
Oh, I did not start with that character. Yeah.
Yes.
I started with Duelin, the sword guy.
Ah. Yeah.
And then my party members are Angela and the mage, and Charlotte, the like healing, basically white mage.
Yeah. I also took Dulan, the sword guy, and the healer as my companions.
So Charlotte, yeah.
So
okay. So we have two of the same companions.
Yeah, I just started it. I completed her introductory phase, and then I went off to the second town, and now I'm just outside of that town, so I haven't added any party members yet.
You can switch between party members easily. I was kind of lukewarm on it at first, and then I started playing it, and I was like, wow, I really like this game. Like, I really like how it plays. I actually find myself kind of interested in the story. I like the art style, although I don't like some of the character designs. Although some of the other character designs are really cool. Like, spoiler alert, there's... Oh, wait! You did... Wait. No, you didn't do Charlotte's story yet.
No.
Because they do, when you meet them, they do this, like, flashback thing where you get to play their intro, but you can't save because it's a flashback.
Oh.
So you have to get through it, and then you get back to the present time. But in Charlotte's story, there's this, like, jester guy. I don't think he was named, but he's like this creepy skinny guy in this jester outfit, and he has like this weird like snake-like face.
That's odd.
It's actually, it's not even, I'm not describing it that well, but it looks really cool. It looks kind of reminded me of the mask from Super Mario Brothers 2, in a way, like that kind of face, a little bit. And I thought that design was actually really cool.
Okay.
Otherwise, really liking the gameplay so far.
I like it, ish. Like
Ish?
Yeah. Like when I saw the previews, the trailers, I was kind of intrigued. Like, oh, this is pretty colorful, and it looks like a lot of fun. Then I actually started playing it, and I noticed a few hitches, texture pop-ins.
Oh really?
Yeah, but granted, it is.
Oh, by the way, we're both playing this on Switch.
Yeah, it is a demo, and it's probably a demo of an earlier build. So probably that means that it's all fixed in the completed version of the game. It's, I don't know how to explain it. It kind of it feels old. I mean, Brad, it is a remake of an older game, but I just feel how old it is and certain things.
I think I know what you mean, because I was playing it and I was like, this kind of feels like a game I would have played years ago, but like I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it in a bad way though.
Like it felt.
I meant it more in a like.
It feels nostalgic or familiar.
Yeah.
And not everything holds up to modern standards. Like some things in the story and how it opens up. In my case, for Reese, the green Amazon one, some things don't make a lot of sense. So as I was playing it, I was like, huh, that could have gone differently, but sure, whatever, I guess.
I was going to try either the PS4 or Steam version of the demo just to see how it compares graphically and stuff. I was playing it on Switch, well, first in handheld mode, and it looked okay. And then today I played it in TV mode, and I thought it looked pretty good for Switch.
Yeah.
For not being
it's
exclusive.
It's built on the Unreal Engine, so it's pretty well optimized for Switch. And I'm guessing it'll be, as is the case with Dragon Quest XI, that the Switch version is a bit lower res. And the PS4 or PC version has a higher resolution of the same game, but essentially it all is the same, and due to the art style, you don't really notice if it's an actual downgrade here and there. It just looks like a good enough game for the Switch.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited to play more of it. Do you know the release date for it? I forgot the release date for the full game.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see how it pans out. You can also carry over your save game to the full version, so you don't have to worry about starting over from the start, so to speak. But
yeah,
if
you can only get to level 7, right?
Yeah, only level 7. But if you start with a new character, then you obviously have to start all over again. But yeah.
And what I asked this earlier, but maybe I cut out. Do you know what the release date is for the full game?
The release for the full game? I'm not certain. Let me check. I thought it was April-ish, maybe? Oh, yeah, I let me see. I was busy searching it, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is it April?
Yeah, I know it's soon.
Okay, wait. It's on the main page.
Usually
yeah,
Google.
24.
Oh, not September 30th, 1995. No, not that one.
No, not that one. April 24th.
Alright, so next month.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have plenty of time to play the demo before then.
Yeah, and plenty of time to clear out Animal Crossing or Doom Eternal by that.
Well, I don't know about clearing out Animal Crossing, but Doom, yeah, sure. So our next segment is the In From Japan J list, and we don't have a movies or show particularly for this week, but because of the state of the world that the world is currently in right now, I put some new interesting stuff I thought people might like. So I should have put this in a different order. I'm actually gonna do the Siliconera thing first.
Okay.
So Siliconera, the Siliconera staff, they put a list of anime series video game fans might enjoy, which we got Carol and Tuesday, which I need to watch that. It's by the creator of Cowboy Bebop, and it's I've seen the first like 1 or 2 episodes. The music is really good. It's on Netflix. I don't want to like spoil too much. I don't really want to get into it too much. I just kind of want to go over the list.
Yeah, cool.
There's also Steins.
Read it for themselves.
Yeah. There's also Steins Gate, which I've been meaning to watch or finish. It's on Hulu and Funimation. There's Log Horizon, which is on Crunchyroll and High Dive, and also available for purchase on Amazon Video. There's
pretty cool one, Log Horizon.
There's Overlord, which I believe is on I know that's on Hulu.
It's also on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, they didn't. For some reason, they didn't add that. I've seen like an episode or two, and it wasn't really for me, but I have a friend who loves it.
Yeah.
Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. I wouldn't recommend any Sword Art Online personally, but that's just me.
I would. I mean, there are some scenes that are pretty problematic, but overall, I do like the show, even if it's like lowest common denominator. But I still like it.
All right, so you're part of the problem.
Probably.
No, I only recommend the first 7 episodes of the first season.
I get why. But to its defense, Sword Art Online Alternative, Gun Gale Online, is actually pretty good or pretty well received.
It's like way different.
It's not way different, but it has another spin on the story. And it doesn't really focus at all on Kirito, but on other characters. So I think that's also its saving grace.
Yeah.
It's also
and then the next. Oh, okay. Next on the list is Devilman Crybaby, which I would not recommend personally. Not because it's bad, it's good, but it's very intense, very adult.
Yeah.
The animation is really good, and it's just really crazy and dark, and if you're into that, like, you might like it. Then they said, and that is also on Netflix.
Yep.
There's also Fate Extra Last Encore on here. I've never seen any of the Fate stuff.
Oh boy. Do I have a video for you?
Alright, send it to me later. But, I know some of the Fate stuff is on Netflix. I don't think that one is. Wow, they really stopped. They really, on this article, they said, like, oh, it's available here and here, and then after the second one, they just gave up.
Okay, wait, let me check. Let me check if it's on Netflix.
Last Encore. I know some Fate stuff is on there.
Pretty much every Fate series, besides the first one, is on Netflix. Or the first 2, I should say. Let's see. Like, Fate Stay Night is not on it.
I think it used to be.
Like the earliest one?
Yeah.
Okay, my Netflix will run out in 1 day. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, Fate Stay. Okay, what was it called again?
Fate Extra. It's not Fate Stay.
Last.
Fate Extra Last Encore.
Yeah, it's on it.
I don't think. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 seasons.
And then the last one on this list is called Sweetness and Lightning.
Yeah,
which is apparently a wholesome slice of life anime. I don't know what it's on. I would assume it's on Crunchyroll because that sounds like a Crunchyroll type of
thing. If I'm not mistaken, it's on Crunchyroll. Yeah. And if it's not on Crunchyroll, it's on High Dive.
Yeah. I
should check.
That sounds a nice wholesome anime. That sounds nice. I might watch that later.
Yeah.
Anywho, there's that's their Siliconera's anime series recommendations. But earlier this week, a new streaming service called TokuSHOUTsu released. Well, it's not really a service. It's kind of it's kind of weird.
It's like a
because it's on. Channel? No, so it's from Shout Factory, the people who are known for releasing certain movies, some mystery science theater stuff, giving English subtitles to some older Super Sentai series, and now in a joint effort between Pluto TV and Shout Factory TV. TokuSHOUTsu is aimed at making Japanese shows like Ultraman and Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, so more widely available to U.S. audiences. So all these are also they are available on channel 681 on Pluto TV if you want to watch like a free TV app, which I believe is available on PS4. Not sure about Xbox, but you can also just watch it on your computer. But I don't know about. I'm not sure about Ultraman Leo, which is one of the things listed, but some of their Sentai seasons and Kamen Riders, the first series, are available on TubiTV, which is another free app, but it's on demand and it has limited commercials. It's actually pretty good. I've been watching a couple of the old Kamen Rider episodes. They're great and ridiculous, and that channel also includes original content such as Let's Talk Toku, which is a weekly talk show. So like you got some cool new entertainment options.
Yeah, and if you have Netflix, the paid option, you can also stream pretty much the whole catalog of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Not just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like almost every single Power Ranger series.
If I'm not mistaken, 23 or 26 seasons of Power Rangers.
Yeah. And also VR Troopers and Beetleborgs.
Oh, I should send you a video on Beetleborgs I watched yesterday.
The one from yesterday from Sci-Fi, whatever?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I saw that. And then today, actually, there was more Tokusatsu news. So Toei themselves decided they were going to start releasing older Tokusatsu series for free on their YouTube channel, Toei Tokusatsu World Official.
Oh, okay.
Including Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, Space Sheriff Gavin, Mega Beast Investigator Juspion, Message from Space, Changerion, Poitrine, and Shin Kamen Rider Prologue. So Shin Kamen Rider Prologue is interesting because it's a standalone Kamen Rider movie that's like a lot darker. It's kind of like a gritty reboot of the original Kamen Rider series that was made in the 90s. So that's kind of interesting. And that'll launch globally on April 6th.
Okay.
With the first 2 episodes of all 70 shows. Oh, there are 70 shows. So it's not limited to... Let me check... Hold on. We have a press release here that I didn't know about. Let me see. They have a... It's an image, but it doesn't say all the... Yeah, and more. Yeah, so anime. So Poitrine, Changerion, and Voltes 5, and Daimos. So some old Toku anime. I think 1 or 2 of them might be the Japanese Voltron. No, that's Go Lion. Never mind. Although it might be the car one. But yeah, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. All this Tokusatsu.
That's
available for free.
Tokusatsu.
And it's 3 episodes of... Wait, did they say 3 episodes of... first 2 episodes of all 70 shows being made available.
That's a lot of episodes.
Subtitled in a number of languages. Further episodes will be available in Japanese, with Toei planning to make a public call for subtitles in any language. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, especially in these trying times, and if you're stuck at home, you have the option to watch a buttload of tokusatsu.
I feel like, and it's kind of what the world needs right now, superheroes that are also really silly. Like that's kind of that's kind of the perfect mix, because you know they're fighting the bad guys, but also it's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're tired of all this grim, dark, and gritty stuff out there, you might want something light and fun.
And yeah, especially the older Toku series are definitely more like that. Although the first Kamen Rider is a little more adult than I expected, so that's pretty funny.
Probably because network standards weren't set.
That, and they probably were trying to appeal to a more general audience at the time before they appealed more towards kids. I'm guessing. I have no idea. But like that's just some really cool news, especially because I'm pretty sure Toei is very, very protective of their IPs.
I mean,
for the most part,
they own a lot of IP. Wouldn't you be protected?
Yeah. No, I know, but like just the way, you know, YouTube video takedowns and all that kind of stuff. But the other thing that's great is that Toei, I believe, co-produced the Spider-Man Tokusatsu show with Marvel, so I am hoping Marvel gives them the go-ahead to re-release that, because you can't find that officially English subbed anywhere. And it's ridiculous.
Air in the US?
I highly doubt it. There may have been like a pilot, but I very highly doubt it. Alright, so the next on the list, the next section, our recommended reading, watching, and listening list, where I go in and get different stories from the week that aren't really news stories, but I think are pretty interesting. So we have The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening and the Reverse Engineering Nature of Parodies by Chris Compedio over at DualShockers. How to Prep Your Xbox One or PS4 for a Massive Download by Ari Nodis from over at Kotaku. The Man Who Made the Nintendo Entertainment System by Martin Robinson over at EuroGamer. Death Stranding Makes More Sense Now Than Ever by Brian Ashcraft over at Kotaku. I still own Death Stranding too, because I never was able to do anything with it.
You mean you haven't played it yet?
No, I have it, and then I played a little bit, and I didn't like it, but it was, I bought it from Redbox, and then when I tried to trade it in, they said they couldn't take it because it had a pinhole in it that I couldn't see. So it still works, so maybe I'll give it another chance at some point. There's also, next we have Inside Final Fantasy VII Remake Developer Diary, Episode 1 Introduction over on YouTube. How Resident Evil 3 Made Nemesis Scarier Than Mr. X by Ben Reeves at Game Informer. How E3's cancellation in 2020 could help foster a better show going forward by Stephen Green, Twinfinite. Pokemon Sword and Shield have the best monster design in the entire series by Patricia Hernandez at Polygon. Yeah, it's just because that title is so. Just I object against that title.
I mean, it's just an opinion, man. We're all entitled.
No, that's why I put it on, because I thought it was interesting, because I haven't seen that opinion. And then we have Ash Ketchum, voice actress, explains how Pokemon dubs work, and it's surprisingly tricky by Emma Kent over at Eurogamer. I remember reading somewhere a long time ago that the Japanese voice actress for Pikachu, who's I believe the Japanese the voice actress for Pikachu in all, if not most, languages. She can also speak English, and for some reason she translates her lines from Japanese to English to Pikachu. For some reason,
I'm guessing it's because the intent and context of the scene might change.
Yeah.
When bringing it over, like it can be lighthearted in Japanese for one setting, but then reevaluated, you might have it be a bit more intense. so that's probably why. Also, fun fact: the voice actress for Pikachu is also the same voice actress for Chopper of the One Piece anime in Japanese.
And Morgana in Persona 5.
Yeah, so the more you know.
Alright, so now it's time for the news. We're gonna have to get the bad news out of the way first. This is kind of in a weird order, but I'm just gonna go with it. Cause I don't want to switch everything. So GameStop, so this is like a two-part story. So GameStop canceled the midnight release events for Animal Crossing and Doom, but they changed it so that Doom will be out today.
Yeah, today.
And Animal Crossing will be out tomorrow, just to avoid crowds because of prevent more of the spread of coronavirus. But unfortunately, they just shouldn't be doing that in general, because a really big news story today is and this wasn't the I believe Kotaku broke the story first, but this is the IGN story I have right here. GameStop employees told to keep stores open because they are essential, in quotes, business amid COVID-19 outbreak. This is by Matt Kim at IGN. Which it kind of speaks for itself that, like, they say that GameStop is basically saying they count as an essential business. Which is like, more reserved for grocery stores and some other stuff.
They consider themselves essential because they sell keyboard, headphones, and other peripherals that can be used in an office or work from home spaces. So by their logic, they categorize themselves as essential.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen a webcam or a microphone at a GameStop. I've seen keyboards or monitors.
Yeah, I don't live there, so I'm not gonna argue with that.
I'm sure if you looked at a picture of a GameStop, you'd be like, oh yeah, I don't see it. But, and then it says, and the craziest thing is they say, store managers are approved to provide the document link below to law enforcement as needed if law enforcement tries to force them to close. It's ridiculous. So GameStop is encouraging their employees to
despite
go against what, yeah. And a lot of people are really mad, and they're like, you know, they're putting their employees in danger, and they finally had some positive news with Reggie coming in, but now, like, Reggie doesn't even, like, start until next month or something, apparently, so it's just a whole mess.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt them a whole lot for the coming months, because just when public perception for the business was starting to turn positive, they go ahead and pull this, which is, yeah, it's a bummer.
It's probably, and I get it, it's because of business, because of Animal Crossing and Doom, but at a certain point, you're going to get less business, and then you're just going to be disappointed, and then it turns out it would have been better if you just didn't do it in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's such a shame. I mean, I hope people start to realize the importance of their own safety and the safety of others, and especially the people they employ. Like, I don't know if any bottom lines is that important that you're willing to put people at risk. Yeah. Not even your own people, but the people that will be coming in to get their order. Yeah, it's such a shame.
And then you could end up, because what if they took legal action and?
I mean, yeah, that's a possibility, but
yeah, because wouldn't you be more worried about that too? And then it's a whole thing. Kind of ridiculous. So
we just go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next story is what?
No, I was gonna say that was just depressing.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So in better news, Nintendo New York is now closed due to the virus. I just don't even want to say the name anymore. Everybody knows what it is.
It's not the boogeyman.
If you say it 3 times in a mirror, it might show up.
It's probably like a promotional run for a new Candyman movie.
Damn it. So yeah, so they closed on the evening of March 16th, and so which is good because that's a very big like tourist area in New York, and I'm sure it would have been super busy, especially with the release of Animal Crossing. So I'm glad they closed it, and I'm sure even after this stuff like settles down, it'll still be there. Unlike possibly GameStop. Alright. Next story.
Yeah.
Is development of Smash Bros. Ultimate's next fighter affected by coronavirus. This is from EuroGamer. From Eric Van Allen. So Sakurai said he had plans to present info about a new fighter to a publisher, but that's been put on hold. And some people have been speculating that it might be Sora because that would be the one that he needs to talk to a lot more people about because of Disney and such.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of weird because isn't the lineup already decided by Nintendo?
Yeah, that's what I don't get either. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's just like he just needs to wait for approval. Oh, this is how the character is gonna work. Like they have it ready, but they need to get approved. Like these are his moves. This is what he does.
Or it's probably them trying to settle on promotional scheduling. Like when can we put this ad? And when can we release this video? Because
yeah, that's true. Yeah. That was just kind of interesting thing. I'm sure we'll still get our Smash Fighters eventually. It's not really the biggest deal right now, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean...
Especially after the last one.
I mean... Sakurai and Nintendo have been doing their Smash Directs to announce the fighters for the last few instances or few months, so I don't see how this would change that approach. Yeah, I guess we just have to be patient now.
Next story is a little more positive. Final Fantasy VII Remake won't be delayed by the pandemic. Although it is important to know physical copies, maybe.
Yeah, because they're still monitoring it, and they could change it, I guess, last minute. But for now, they're going on as planned.
I plan on getting a digital copy of that, and it'll take a long time to download, but whatever.
It's probably a lot more worth than going out into the apocalypse.
I don't call it that. We'll get through it. Yeah, no, here's the thing. If it was that, we wouldn't be seeing these pictures of, like... Have you seen the pictures of Venice lately?
Yeah. Well, it's a positive apocalypse, if you can call it that.
And a positive positive apocalypse. Positive apocalypse. I don't know. We could try, but we won't do it. But yeah, we want to keep you ahead of, and intend to post this again on Friday, March 20th with any further news. Alright, so that will be, we'll know by the time this podcast is up, probably.
Yeah.
But that's just a little better news, is like, we can still look forward to that. That's probably one of the biggest games of the year.
Yeah, and they already...
Could be the biggest game of the year.
Yeah, they already delayed it, so they don't want to add even more to that.
Yeah. And then in more positive news is that GDC Summer 2020 is set for August 4 to 6. Which, that's not the best time. I mean, if stuff subsides by then, like, okay, it's a, you know, you have a date for it, but it's right after PAX West.
I mean, I'm guessing everything else will also be shifted around.
Yeah, that's possible. And I saw somebody say, "Oh, that's a really wildly positive like outlook to have it in August," and I'm like, "Really? Can we please be more optimistic right now? Like, do we really have to say stuff like that?"
It's coming. It's coming in August, so that's the most positive news that can come out of it.
Yeah, I just don't like that people are like, oh, well, maybe it might not even make it there because da da da. It's like, okay, but we don't need to spread more negativity right now. The world doesn't need that. The world never needed more negativity to begin with, and I'm sick of it. I'm spending way too much time on Twitter, and I don't mean to go on this rant, but as a very positive person normally, I'm just fed up right now.
No, I get it. Let it all out, man. Let it all out.
Anyways, next thing, Gamescom still going ahead for now. I believe that will also be in August, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's usually in August, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And Europe, it takes place in 25th to the 29th in August. And that's in Europe, and things are not looking great over there. Well, depending on the country.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure how stuff is in Germany. Because that's where Gamescom is hosted.
You mean in Germany?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I don't know what's happening over there. So
I'm guessing they're also on lockdown as with every other country, but
yeah, I would if I had to take a guess.
I'm guessing it should be fine.
Yeah, let's all hope so. Anyways, enough about the depressing news and the less depressing news and the unsure news. We're gonna talk about good things and video games and things.
Yeah.
So, first story, which this story, I think that the day it came out, it kind of got a lot of attention, but after that, it was just kind of like, I think probably because of everything else happening, kind of just felt like a blip. Platinum Games is working on a new engine to make bigger and more expressive games.
Mm-hmm.
The games will get even more spectacular. This is a piece by Eric Van Allen over at EuroGamer.
Mm-hmm.
So, in an interview uploaded to its site, Platinum Games' engine team breaks down the work it's been doing on the Platinum Engine, a work-in-progress title for the studio's new game engine. As Wataru Omori notes, Platinum Games has used its own in-house engine for a while since the studio was founded, but modern games demand a whole new level of quality. We came to the frightening realization that if we don't make our work more efficient, we're simply not going to be able to keep making the games we want to make as technology and expectations grow. Our new engine will help us make bigger, more expressive games than ever before, and with greater ease. So, is Project GG being built in this engine? Maybe.
Likely.
That would be awesome, dude. Could you imagine, like, just an Ultraman-like game and the a brand new engine, works all well, doesn't feel dated. Not that Platinum games ever feel all that dated, but like just like, you got what I'm saying?
I'm just thinking with the recently announced or revealed hardware architecture for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, combined with whatever Platinum Games is working on now, we're probably in for a visual treat.
Let's just hope that Bayonetta 3 doesn't have to switch engines.
Well,
and get delayed or something.
I think they're already set on an engine because it's also on Nintendo hardware. And
that's true. It's Switch exclusive, isn't it?
So yeah, I'm guessing they won't switch now. Seeing as how they've been knee deep in development for a while.
Next story here is from Sal Romano, Ray Romano, Sal Romano over at Gamatsu. TokuSHOUTsu announced original TV anime Akuma Drive. So this was when they announced the formation of their studio. Mm-hmm. This was one of the things they announced. It just didn't have a name yet. Yeah. So here is the summary. Everyone is a villain. The curtain rises on the criminal action of the Akudama. Long ago, there was a war between Kanto and Kansai. Those are regions in Japan, for those of you who don't know. And the world was separated. Kansai became a vassal state of Kanto and developed independently. However, politics and the arm of the law decayed, and crime became prevalent. Those criminals are called Akudama. The setting of Akudama Drive is a highly developed but warped society. How do the Akudama act as themselves in this society? The virtues of the Akudama gathered here will clash. Now, I'm not gonna do who all these voice actors because I don't really know who they are.
Tomorrow.
But I'll do the cast. Ordinary person. They don't really have names. That's the interesting thing. There's ordinary person, courier, brawler, hacker, doctor, hoodlum, and cutthroat. Kind of reminds me of like how the code names in 999.
Yeah, I know
like Santa and yeah.
4-leaf clover.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And then the staff lift, it's Studio Pierrot, so...
What?
Take what you will from that.
They do some good work, too.
They do some good work, but then they cut a lot of corners, and then...
I mean, that's emblematic of the whole animation scene.
Or any big... really big, like them, Toei, a couple other studios, yeah. Story draft, Kazutaka Kodaka. Unfortunately, I don't think Uchikoshi is on this one. But it'll be interesting to see the creator of Danganronpa make an anime series that's not related to it.
That is true.
Alright, so next story is, and I added the story because it's on sale in a few places now. So Monster Hunter World, this is from Sato over at Siliconera. Monster Hunter World Iceborne hits 5 million in worldwide shipments and digital sales. Capcom announced that Monster Hunter World Iceborne has reached 5 million units in worldwide shipments and digital sales. The numbers come from the shipment of PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions of the expansion. In January, the expansion reached 4 million to put the Monster Hunter World series over 15 million units worldwide. This made it Capcom's first title ever to achieve the record high. As of January 15, 2020, the Monster Hunter series sits on over 61 million units in worldwide sales. So I don't know about Iceborne itself, but I know Monster Hunter World, the base game, it's on sale on Steam and PS4 right now. I'm not sure about Xbox One.
Let me check real quick. I'm guessing it should be. Let's see, Monster Hunter Xbox One. Is it on sale? Survey says. come on.
So on Steam, while you search that, on Steam, the base game is $20. And on PS4, the base game is about $16. However, Monster Hunter World is currently free for PlayStation Plus users in Japan and Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Whether that means it will be a PS Plus game in the near future, I have no idea. But that's the only reason I will be holding off on it for now.
It's not on sale on Xbox.
And then I believe Iceborne itself is just a few dollars off, $39.98. So it's you can get the deluxe complete version for about $60. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
Especially with all the content and then all the upcoming content.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World, the base game as is pretty beefy, and then to add Iceborne on top of that, which is about the same size, that's a whole lot of game.
All right. You can take the next two news stories.
Cool. Final Fantasy VII Remake will include whole new areas, not just expanded ones. As reported by Joe Screbbles for IGN. It's mostly about how Nomura, the director for the game, said in the making of video that there'll be more things to explore in Final Fantasy VII Episode 1. It's not totally open world, but you travel through the slums quite a lot in the original game, explains Nomura, but it didn't really feel like we used the upper city all that much. And I thought we should have done that. Of course, you do go back to Midgard later and see some different scenes there, but I felt it would be nice if we could see more of the upper layer in the earlier part of the story. It seems then that we'll be seeing entirely new parts of Midgard in the course of the remake. I thought it would be good to open up some of the locations so players could explore more of those places that they wanted to see when they played the original. Yeah. So you have a lot to look forward to if you are set on playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It won't be a one-to-one remake. It'll be expanded here and there, so lots to look forward to. Okay, next story is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Demon Slayer core reports broadcast featuring game news set for March 22nd, as reported by Sal Romano for Gematsu. So
he does everything. So as the story says, you'll get more news on the upcoming game March 22nd. Oh, was that it? I thought there was more to that story.
That was literally it.
Oh, there wasn't any more to that story?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There will be a broadcast on March 22nd.
Okay.
Aniplex
Next
48
story.
hours TV on Abema TV.
And I think we might have talked about this last time.
Yeah, but now there's a concrete date set to it.
But this is from Nintendo Life. Ironically, from Nintendo Life.
Yeah.
There's a rumor going around that Sony could be it says in this approaching Konami for for Castlevania, Metal Gear, and Silent Hill IPs.
Yeah, there's reportedly 2 Silent Hill games coming out. One by the original team, and one would be,
I believe,
in essence, a reboot of Silent Hills by Kojima and crew.
I believe we talked about it on the last episode, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the Metal Gear and Castlevania news is a little bit newer. It's a rumor from 4chan, which has been,
It's not the best place to be.
No, but sometimes they have been accurate about certain leaks before. Even the article says reports seeping out of 4chan (parentheses yes we know) italicized. Story has been verified by other sources. The Silent Hill. Konami isn't the company it once was and has shifted its focus away from AAA console development onto smartphone games. Pro Evolution Soccer and the odd-low-budget speculative efforts such as Super Bomberman R, great game, and Contra Rogue Core, not a great game. And also Metal Gear Survive. And then the Requiem Collection and the Castlevania Collection. So, who knows if this is true or not. This would be a big get for Sony. Especially because we don't know anything about other PlayStation 5 exclusives besides Godfall right now.
I mean, Konami is not doing anything with them, so they might as well.
Oh, except for pachinko machines.
Yeah, pachinko machines. So they might as well lend them out to other publishers or developers.
Yeah, it would be a crazy big get. Any of those IPs, but all three of them would be huge.
Yeah. And probably with exclusivity deals, you'd be looking at a lot of people flocking towards Sony.
Yeah. So next story is by Sal Romano at Gamatsu, and I thought this was interesting just because of well, this is the one Dragon Quest game, mainline Dragon Quest game we do not have in the West. It's Dragon Quest X all-in-one package, version 1 to 5, launches May 14th in Japan. Not version 1 through 5, version 1 to 5. 1 to 5 being all 5, which has all the updates up to now. And it's a physical version of the game for, I think that's PC, PS4, and Switch.
Let's see.
It includes pre-orders.
Right.
Pre-orders are available on the Square Enix eStore. It was kind of funny because you messaged me and you were like, "Oh, possible localization." I'm like, I don't think so because this has happened before.
Okay.
But however, it is important to note that Yuji Horii did consider making an offline version of the game for the West. Just because then they wouldn't have to deal with servers and all that.
Yeah. Didn't they already do that with another game?
But who knows?
I'm thinking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse, because that used to be the same story as Dragon Ball Online, and then they downsized.
Oh, that's true. But that's not. That might be the same artist, but that's a different developer.
Yeah, that's a different developer, but kind of the same case.
Yeah. We'll see. I did see a guide on how to play Dragon Quest X easily on your Switch if you're not in Japan, because it's free. There's a free version you can get. I'll try to find that link and put it in the description.
Okay, cool.
Because I've been meaning to do that, and it popped up.
I'll read the next one. Animal Crossing New Horizon gets a Metascore of 91, as reported by Ryan Craddock for Nintendo Life, which is pretty good. And if you see what else is on the list for Nintendo Switch, it's good company to be around. Let's see. They are sitting on the 9th spot with 91, and that puts them on equal footing with SteamWorld Heist Ultimate Edition, Sonic Mania Plus, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, Inside, and the Dragon Quest XI's Echoes of an Elusive Age. And on top of all of that, you have Bayonetta 2, Celeste, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Divinity Original Sin 2, Definitive Edition, Super Mario Brothers Ultimate, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, I'm sorry.
Super Mario Brothers Ultimate? Oh my god!
Whoops, I slipped a leak. No, I didn't. Super Mario Odyssey, and then on the way top, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. It comes out tonight. It'll come out right after this podcast. Well, not right after, but a little after. But yeah, it looks good. Looks great. We're gonna have, hopefully, our friend Nicole B, a great wholesome streamer. She streams Animal Crossing and other Nintendo games. She'll be streaming Animal Crossing in the following weeks, and we'll hopefully have her on as a guest to talk about it next week.
Mm-hmm.
So look more forward to that. Otherwise, yeah, it's kind of expected.
I mean, I have to at least play Pocket Camp now, or else she'll come for me.
No, she's not like that. Next story, I can do this one since I don't know why. Oh no, I know why I added it. So this is from Sal Romano at Gamatsu over again. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC to add playable Super Saiyan God Goku and more importantly Super Saiyan God Vegeta. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot will add Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Saiyan God Vegeta as playable characters via paid downloadable content included in the season pass and due out sometime after spring. The latest issue of V-Jump reveals. The game original episode, A New Awakening Part 1, Whis' Training, will be added, which you can play either before or after clearing the game. In it, you can take on training challenges, such as a battle against Whis, to gain a large amount of experience points. Through this training, you can awaken Super Saiyan God Goku, which increases your stats, allows you to learn new special moves, strengthens your combos, and evolves your finishers. This training can also be brought back into the main story. Through training, you will even be able to battle against Beerus. Not much about Vegeta though, but what's important to note is that Super Saiyan God Vegeta is being introduced, and that his base Super Saiyan God form was not even shown until the Broly movie.
Is that so?
At least in anime wise, it may have been shown in the Super manga, but there are a lot of differences between the anime and manga.
Yeah, that is true.
But it just makes me wonder, that probably means we're going to get some Broly DLC at some point.
Yeah, maybe they're just going to be adapting all of the movies.
Yeah, so, well, not all of the canon movies at least. So,
yeah, but
it would be Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and Broly.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. I haven't gotten Kakarot yet. I'd much rather play Dragon Ball Z Vegeta. Shout out to Matt Paget, my fellow, I don't know what we call Vegeta fans, but
vegetable heads?
Yeah, my fellow vegetable heads.
Veggies? Yeah, I'll take the next one.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, look forward to that.
All Final Fantasy games are now on sale on the Nintendo Switch. It should actually be all Final Fantasy games that are available for Nintendo Switch are on sale now for Nintendo Switch.
And also Dragon Quest!
Yeah, also Dragon Quest. It's reported by Ryan Craddock for Nintendo Life, and with a cameo appearance by Earl Moss.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Erroll is a big Dragon Quest fan, and he'd like you all to know that Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 are on sale for the Nintendo Switch, pretty cheaply, I might add.
Now, a disclaimer is they're not the best version, because they're based on the mobile versions.
Yeah, that's
true. A lot of people don't like how the mobile versions look, especially in regards to 3, because of the sprite work that was done on the Game Boy Color version of 3. However, it is the easiest way to access those 3 games on modern consoles.
Yeah, you don't want to go through the hassle of eBay or go bargain shopping into like retro shops because you might not find
especially right
them, or
now.
you might find them but at a price that might not be what you're looking for. So I mean, it's there. Um, you're enjoying.
Yeah, nobody says it's the worst thing
Yeah,
ever. It still plays. They play the same.
yeah,
It's really just the art style that's the thing.
yeah. So if you're not picky like us, you might enjoy it a lot more. But anyway, back to the main story. All Final Fantasy games are now on sale. That means Final Fantasy VII, 8 Remastered, 9, 10, 10-2 HD Remaster, World of Final Fantasy Maxima, Final
Yes,
Fantasy
that is the
15.
one. Okay, hold on.
Okay, going
World of
back.
Final Fantasy Maxima is $20, and that is a very good deal.
It is. It's
It's
also the
a
updated version of World of Final Fantasy.
yes, yes. So it has extra content. It's basically Final Fantasy Pokemon. Um, it's a really good game. It has character designs by Tetsuya Nomura, and that I know that's a maker to break it. Like some people like his designs, and some people don't. Um, the story is okay. Well, there's a certain part of the story that's a little like
Mm,
surprising, but otherwise the story is just kind of whatever. But it's more for the fan service and the Final Fantasy stuff. Um, it's a great game, and I recommend that you get it if you're interested.
yeah. If you're looking for something like light-hearted and fun, you could definitely go for World of Final Fantasy Maxima, as opposed to any of the other mainline Final Fantasy games. I mean,
I might actually get 12 at some point
yeah. I mean, not that the other Final Fantasy
because
games are grim, dark, and depressing, but if you're looking for a fun time, and it might be suitable to
yeah,
be playing this with a younger family member or a significant other,
yeah.
so you have options. But to
Um,
continue with the list, you have Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD. The only way to be playing Final Fantasy 15 on your Switch. You also have Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age and Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody. So all of them are off 50%, except for Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, which is 40% off. But yeah, none of them are above $25. All good picks, I would say. If you'd ask me which one you should get, you should probably get Final Fantasy 9.
already have it.
Or you should get Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age,
I might get 12 at some point
which is probably
because I was told. Oh, sorry. It plays like 14 plays very similarly.
yeah, it's probably the most underappreciated Final Fantasy game. So yeah, those are my recommendations.
My recommendation is play Dragon Quest XI-S instead of all of those.
I mean, you could probably tally all of this up and you'd come up with the same price for Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Whatever you choose. Whatever you choose. Okay, next up, 2 million Octopath Traveler copies have been sold. Good news. By Jenny Lada for Siliconera. And to celebrate this news, Octopath Traveler is off 50% until the 2nd of April for $30. So not a bad deal, all things considered. It's a fun game, throwback to the SNES era of RPGs, and it's a whole lot of fun. The story might not be up to snuff for everyone, and it can be a bit repetitive at a certain point, but it's still a fun time. It has a great battle system, excellent music, and amazing graphics. So yeah. Next up is Amazon is delaying
Oh, I should have.
shipments.
Yeah, I should have put this news story up earlier. That's my bad.
No, it's okay. Do you want to take this then?
Yeah, I was gonna. That was. Yeah, I tuned out for a second. My bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Amazon is delaying shipments of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Sad but understandable. This is by Ryan Craddock over at Nintendo Life once again. So leaving buyers without the game at launch. Physical copies, although they can still just buy them digitally. So a lot of deliveries are being pushed back until next Tuesday. So that's unfortunate, but you can still get it digitally, and it doesn't mean they won't get it at all. They'll get it eventually.
Yeah, it's also a lot safer to get it digitally now.
Yeah, and like I said, possibly on the last podcast, it's the kind of game where it's probably better to get it digitally anyway.
Yeah.
So just.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
you don't have to swap out a game card. You won't accidentally eat it. I mean, what?
Anyway, the next story is Japan's Kagawa Prefecture passes law striving to limit gaming for minors to 1 hour per day. As reported by Alistair Wong for Siliconera. So the Japanese prefecture or prefectural government in Kagawa in the Kansai region passed a law that strives to limit the amount of gaming for children under the age of 18 to about an hour a day. But, well, with the caveat of 90 minutes on weekends. But the thing is, they didn't really disclose a lot of the information when presenting this law, so the public might have an upset reaction to whenever this comes into effect. They kind of pulled a shady one to get this approved, so you can read all about it on the Siliconera site. I don't think it has much bearing on us in the West, and I don't think it'll hold ground for the rest of the year. It'll probably be overturned when people catch wind of it and see how they got this through the legislature. I mean,
I understand the intent, but I don't feel like it doesn't seem that well thought out.
Well, the reasoning for them is they don't want to get kids addicted to video games, or younger kids addicted to video games.
But as many psychological studies have shown, the addiction isn't usually from the games themselves. It's from another factor.
Yeah, but as I said, it'll probably be overturned or appealed or repealed, I guess, whichever. Because it didn't really follow the correct procedure when presenting it. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so that
they kind of didn't disclose all the information on how they gathered the opinions of the populace, like why they're for or against it. So yeah, once that's
and it's also supposed to be put in motion on April 1st or something, and that's kind of maybe it's a joke.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're that much into jokes there.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay, the next one's all you.
Yeah, next story, and this is actually, I think, yesterday. Inazuma 11 Great Road of Heroes, also known as Heroes Great Road. I'm not sure what the title actually is, but it's just switching of words, so whatever. We'll get more info by the end of April. This is from Siliconera by Alistair Wong. Level 5 President Akihiro Hino tweeted out that more information on Inazuma 11 Great Road of Heroes, previously known as Inazuma 11 Aries, will come out sometime by the end of April 2020. The game has had quite a troubled history, having been announced originally for summer 2018 when the Inazuma 11 Aries anime was still ongoing, but later delayed into 2019. Later, the game was delayed past 2019 when Hino explained that the game would now be developed internally by Level 5 rather than being outsourced. It is now supposedly going to release in spring 2020, despite no information since then. This means it has essentially been around 2 years since the project was announced to be in development. According to Hino, since Level 5 took back the project, development has been complicated due to a change in the development engine. Details on what sort of direction and format they aim to take the game in will be announced sometime by the end of April. He released a brand new picture for the game seen above and asked players to wait just a bit longer for more details.
I mean, is this...
So now I kind of wish I had waited on part 2 of my Level 5 retrospective, which you can read on parallaxmedia.1.
You can always republish it.
But anyways, yeah, it's kind of crazy how many times this has been delayed.
Is it normal for them to outsource games? Because I've never heard of it.
It would be kind of funny if who they outsourced it to were the developers of the Captain Tsubasa game.
Like, you guys are probably already working on the same
thing. But otherwise, yeah, hopefully they start running into less problems now.
Okay. The next two stories are about the next gen or the coming gen of consoles. So Xbox Series X and inside the PlayStation 5. I don't know if you want to cover it now or leave it for another date.
Anyway.
Yeah. My mic was muted. Sorry.
What? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said. My mic was muted, so I was giving a whole speech about everything, and then I
do it again.
Too late. Yeah, well, my speech was... Wait, did you hear my Inazuma comments?
I heard nothing except for after I heard nothing until you unmuted the mic.
Wow. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Well... I was gonna say Inazuma 11. Yeah, is it normal for them to outsource games?
I have no clue. None of my research said stuff about that.
Yeah.
My research said stuff about like Square outsourcing stuff, other publishers outsourcing to Level 5, or like not outsourcing necessarily, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So. It was just one of the comments that I thought was funny that says like, wait, what if Level 5 wasn't working on this themselves before? Who were they outsourcing to? Was it Tamsoft? Because Tamsoft is the one doing the Captain Tsubasa. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on then, we have the Xbox Series X, just how big it is and how does it compare to the Xbox One. It's an article over at EuroGamer by Richard Ledbetter, who is also a part of Digital Foundry. So
that is a great name.
Yeah, it's pretty much deep dive into what the system architecture is and what it means. And if
we're not going to get too much into it,
the console will be, it's more or less 2 GameCubes stacked upon each other with a Game Boy Advance player attached to it. So it's about 300 millimeters, I'm guessing. Wait, they have the dimensions here, right? Yeah, it's like 30 centimeters.
It's like
and 15.
Two GameCubes stuck together.
Yeah, so if centimeters are not your cup of tea, 2 GameCubes stacked upon each other. So yeah, it's a pretty technical, heavy article. I'll leave you guys to read it for yourself because I can explain this and none of us will be any wiser at the end of it.
Oh, it also have a. I guess it also has a Blu-ray player finally.
I mean, didn't it already have a Blu-ray player? Well,
I don't think Xbox One. Did Xbox One X have one? Because I don't think Xbox.
They did.
I don't know. We're, as you can see, we're not Xbox people.
The
So.
Xbox definitely does have a Blu-ray player. And the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X can play 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays.
I did not know the Xbox One had Blu-ray.
You really didn't?
No, I had no idea.
Wow. Well, the more you know. Okay, the next one is also by EuroGamer. Also Richard Ledbetter. Inside the PlayStation 5. So also a deep dive into the system architecture and the hardware. And the biggest takeaway I have from all of this, comparing the PS5 to the Xbox Series X, is that the Xbox has a lot of raw power and the PS5 has, I don't want to say smarter architecture because that might sound disparaging towards Xbox, but Kotaku put it as Xbox would be the brawler in the party and the PS5 would be the rogue. Do you get what I'm saying?
So the PS5 has higher DPS?
No. The PS5 has strategy for implementing attacks, and the Xbox has raw power to implement its attacks. So with the PS5, you have architecture that works to make programming easier or more efficient. And the Xbox just gives you raw power to accomplish new and greater stuff. Yeah, so
they'll both be great. Like they have different ways of achieving similar goal or the same goal or similar goal.
Yeah, the only bummer would be the backwards compatibility because Xbox Series X is backwards compatible across 4 generations, and the PS5 is backwards compatible across 1-ish generation, because for now they only have backwards compatibility available for the top 100 PS4 games, as ranked by playtime.
With more coming later, though.
Probably, because it's going to be a case-by-case basis. The PS5 hardware is so powerful that optimizing PS4 games for the PS5 is a bit tricky. It's possible, but you kind of have to adjust things to make it run on new and improved architecture.
I already talked about it, well, not on the podcast, but what annoyed me about that presentation the other day was that image that had blank space under the PS4. Why would you make it like that?
I mean, I'm guessing they have an attention to detail, just not the detail you want.
I think Sony's smart enough that they wouldn't do that by accident.
I mean, it was.
I don't know.
It was a presentation for developers, not a presentation for us. So
consumers, yeah.
So
a lot of people were kind of mad about it, but it's like this was supposed to be a GDC talk.
Yeah, but I've also seen the argument that hey, considering it's a different. I don't want to say it's a different time because nothing has radically changed, but people aren't at home. People are more in tune with what's going on online, and they've had free time to watch this. And people were kind of bummed out with everything concerning the virus. They were looking for something to latch onto, and especially
that plus Sony advertised it as like more of a the way Sony had advertised it wasn't great.
Well, the thing is, the way Xbox has been presenting their news concerning the next generation, it's really consumer focused. Like, you want games, we're going to tell you how you're going to be able to play these games and how what we're doing is going to make these games run better and play better. That's it. That's very simple and effective stories, and they also had like Austin Evans, a tech YouTuber, do some of the coverage, and they've had Digital Foundry do the more in-depth coverage. So you have them covering all the bases. Sony's approach to all of this has been super technical, super for the people in the know about their next gen plans, not really geared towards you and me, the consumer, because we don't really know how all of this will affect us with the games that are coming. And it's looking like Xbox is doing circles around Sony at the moment, and Sony is squandering the opportunity they have. They're also still in the lead sales-wise, so that's probably why they're not in a hurry to show their hand. And I used to be of the mind that they're like hesitant to show their hand, but now I'm also starting to think that maybe they're really, really not ready for next gen. Like, production pipelines, hardware being manufactured and shipped, all of that is probably experiencing delays, and they said they're aiming for a holiday 2020 release, but they didn't come across as confident as Xbox was. Yeah.
I wonder if Xbox they manufacture in a different, because I'm guessing Sony manufactures primarily in China. I wonder.
I'm guessing both of them do a lot of stuff in China, but Microsoft is probably also one with factories in the US.
That's true, and like other places. Yeah, not that Sony doesn't have some in other places, probably, but I just wonder if like Microsoft probably might be more spread out.
Probably, but we're just speculating at this point. But
yeah,
as
we have no idea.
As I'm reading here, they do in fact have factories in China doing the manufacturing.
All right. So we'll see if the next generation actually comes out. For now, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Work on your backlog, work on more like games that are coming sooner. Don't worry too much about purchasing a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X until that time comes, which who knows when that
Did you see my tweet? Where I'm kind of bummed that I didn't go in on a replacement PS4, because with the probable delay of the PS5, I could have just been chipping away at my backlog at the moment, but no, here I am.
I don't know what. Well, you have your Switch.
Yeah, I do.
That's better than nothing. Do you have any like retro systems?
I used to, not anymore. I mean, I do still have my Nintendo 64 and my GameCube, but the component cable that hooks it up to the TV is broken, so I need to find a replacement for that.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I kept my Game Boy Advance SP and my 2DS XL. Well, 2DS XL actually I think I bought after I got a Switch.
Well, I'm thinking of getting a 2DS XL just so I can play Radiant Historia.
Oh yeah. I haven't played that one, but
it's considered one of the best RPGs.
I hear good things. Yeah,
I'm all about that life.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to the next story.
Yeah, it's also me. Guilty Gear Strive has a closed beta coming up this April, set for April 16th to 19th, and signups are available now. You can sign up for the closed beta until April 5th at 6 point, or let's just say 7 p.m. Pacific time, or 10 p.m. Eastern time. Users who are selected to participate will receive a notification by email on April 12th at 7 p.m. Pacific time or 10 p.m. Eastern time. So get on it. It's looking to be a great entry in the Guilty Gear series, and I don't know if you've seen any of the trailers.
No, I haven't.
Wow.
It's not really my thing. Fighting games aren't really my thing.
Okay, but it's also being done by Arc System Works, so
Oh right, that's the one. My friend who's really into fighting games was telling me, because he's playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and he likes it okay, but he's like, and I was telling him like, I think it looks pretty good. And he's like, yeah, but Guilty Gear, he was saying how he thinks Guilty Gear looks better, and that's coming out soon anyway.
Well, Grand Blue is more geared towards newcomers.
Yeah,
it's a bit easier than Guilty Gear. And the main hook for this Guilty Gear is that they're using a new engine.
I just meant visually by looking better. I don't know about like mechanically or anything.
Mechanically speaking, they're also changing some of it to be a bit more accessible, and I know in the fighting game community that always sends shivers up players' spines because they're like, oh, you're dumbing it down, oh no. But we'll see once the game is out there.
Yeah, well, you have fun with that. Next last story is Amazon Mexico lists May launch date for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So I believe we maybe talked about the rumored Nintendo Direct on the last episode. And there have been some ratings lately. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition has been rated in various regions. Oh, this story is from Liam Doolin over at Nintendo Life. So it's been rated in various regions, listed on the Switch eShop, and has appeared on the website of a Danish online retailer. Now to add to this, Amazon Mexico has updated its page with for the Definitive Edition. Yeah. And it's listing a May 29, 2020 release date. The same date listed by the Danish retailer, with a history of listing information, including video game launch dates. The date itself lines up with a Friday, which makes a lot of sense for a Switch release. And the funny part is that, one, it shows the European box art for this one on Amazon Mexico, but also the price. It'll cost you about $1,500 US.
Yeah, it's probably a placeholder if it ends up being true,
which is funny. The placeholders are usually not that much. Yeah. That's the weird part.
I also have my doubts because I'm looking at the box art and it kind of looks generic and uninspired.
Again, it may be placeholder box art.
So I have my doubts.
Because of I'm just saying because of the leak before, the Danish retailer and that might not be the box art, but that doesn't. I don't think that means it's not launching that day. And there's still a rumor that a Nintendo Direct will happen on the 26th of March. Which I didn't put the story. I couldn't find a news story on it, but I believe Gamatsu tweeted out that Deadly Premonition 2 has been rated in Australia. So I very much wonder if all the stuff from when was that last big Direct with all the big bombshells? Like September?
Probably.
Yeah, so I wonder if it's going to be updates on a lot of those games that were announced then, because that would make sense, and then we know more about their 2020 lineup. I'd say take everything with a grain of salt. Don't get too excited for Nintendo Direct coming, but it looks like there's a large possibility there will be. I'm hoping there will be. we will talk about it. If it happens, we'll definitely talk about it on the next podcast because it's most likely going to be in the morning.
Yeah.
Before we record. So, now to the main topic. Originally, we were going to talk about the tech specs of the PS5 and Xbox One, but I felt like that wasn't that exciting, and maybe people needed a few more recommendations. So our main topic are going to be recommendations for video games that are currently on sale and just general entertainment recommendations.
Yeah.
So, we'll start with games first. So I actually just bought Gravity Rush Remastered and Gravity Rush 2 because they're both finally on sale again on PS4. And I've played both of them already. I played them in the past. I didn't get them and just already play through both of them. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But they're both great games. Really good music. Composed by, what is his name? I always forget his name. Kohei Tanaka, who composed music for several Gundam series as well as One Piece. However, I think his best music is the Gravity Rush soundtracks and G Gundam, personally. And then some other stuff that's on sale. And we don't have to... We'll try to stick to, Japan-developed stuff. But, we can...
You have Resident Evil 2 on sale, Monster Hunter World is on sale.
Yes.
Let's see. You already mentioned Iceborne's on sale, the Final Fantasy sale. There's a whole lot to go through. I also see that Borderlands 3 and The Witcher 3 is on sale. So, get on that. If you're going to be cooped up in your house for a long while, it might be good to dive into those. Ida Somnium files.
The one thing I want to quickly note is that, and it's not Japanese games, but just I'm sure Vaughn and Josh talked about it on their Indie podcast. But there is a selection of Steam games that were supposed to be previewable at GDC, but since that got canceled, all the demos are now on Steam for the public to look at. There are a lot of great games. Spiritfarer, Skatebird, Haven. Those are all the ones they had for the last Steam Games Festival, plus a couple more. I played a really fun game today called Going Under, where you're this girl who gets hired at this it's a club soda. It's a sparkling water meal replacement company.
That's a mouthful.
But they're like, okay, your first day on the job. Before you do that, can you kill some goblins for us? So then you run around picking up different weapons and just killing goblins.
Wow,
it's fun and ridiculous. It's not a Japanese game, but I just don't want it. It might help people get their stress out and stuff. I don't know.
This might appeal to you. Dark Cloud 1 and 2 are on sale for the PS4.
I got them last time they were on sale.
Yeah, but for our audience.
Oh. I thought...
Yeah.
Wait, are they on sale for cheaper than the last sale? Because I'm going to be kicking myself.
Yeah. Loco Roco is also on sale. Patapon, Parappa the Rapper, Rogue Galaxy, Knack 2.
So what you're saying is every level 5 game,
more or less,
on PS4, every level 5 PS2 game is on sale on PS4.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good. Also, speaking of level 5, on Nintendo Switch, on the Japanese eShop, you can get Ni no Kuni Remastered, Yokai Watch 1, the remake, Catria Layton's Mystery Journey, I believe the Professor Layton collection, and Snack World. Each of them are $10. 1,000 yen, about $10.
Yeah, but for those who are unwilling to go through the hassle of switching eShops, my recommendation would be the Final Fantasy games, the Dragon Quest games, and Tales of Vesperia for Nintendo Switch.
How much is Tales of Vesperia?
Tales of Vesperia.
How much is Vesperia?
$25.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad deal for an excellent RPG with added content.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things on sale. There's that big Capcom bundle you mentioned.
Yeah, so for $20 on Humble Bundle, you can get about $305 worth of games, including Dragon's Dogma, RE01 Revelations 2, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, and you also get 2 coupons for 50% off on RE2 Remake and DMC5.
Yeah, so that's a huge deal.
Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot to keep you occupied with.
Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think of other stuff, but we might just move on to, because there are a lot of games on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Go check it out. You know, those are just kind of the highlights we noticed. We also have plenty of
Well, the Yakuza Origins bundle is also on sale for PS4.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of content.
Yeah.
Because those games are long. So you know, you got plenty of RPGs, action games, all colors of the rainbow, you know. So we're gonna do something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do a few entertainment recommendations too.
Mm-hmm.
So Netflix has actually a decent selection of anime, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Code Geass a little bit. They have both the dub and the sub of that.
Mm-hmm.
They have that Neon Genesis Evangelion, but it's a new dub, and the sub, and people don't really like the new script, but they have that.
Mm-hmm.
What other, there? I hear Beastars is good. It was I haven't watched it yet, but it was recommended to me by one Jackie Jing, formerly of IGN. So I might try it out.
Yeah. I mean, the whole Fate franchise is on Netflix, or almost the whole Fate franchise. I recently finished watching Danmachi Season 1 on Netflix. It's a really good show. It's your standard fantasy RPG-esque anime, but it's so, how do I say this? It's light enough, but also is not afraid to delve into heavier stuff, but not too heavy. It's well paced, and they have lovable characters. So, get on that. Let's see, what else can you watch on Netflix? You can watch the Dragon Quest movie. A bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very fun movie. Despite some of our criticisms about it.
Yeah, Pokemon Sun and Moon is also on it.
And the Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back evolution.
I mean, if you're really desperate, I'd say.
Look, I said, do you know who Chloe is from? Well, she's not from Kinda Funny, but
Which Chloe?
Chloe, what's her last name? Nailer? Echo
Oh,
Chloe?
yeah.
Yeah. So she tweeted something where she said, why can they remake all the Pokemon movies to look like this? And I was like, no! How dare you! I didn't say that, but I was like thinking in my head, like, how dare you say that?
The animation quality is pretty good. It's just that
they need to fix the humans
almost.
a bit.
So you're left at the point of asking yourself, what was the point?
They need to fix the humans a little bit, and
no,
and to be fair, we're talking about somebody who's a few years younger than us, and it seems like her favorite generation is Diamond and Pearl. So take what you will from that. Maybe we'll get her on the podcast sometime.
Sure.
But anyways, there's that. There's Saint Seiya.
There's also
There's a new dub of Saint Seiya.
No, don't go for Saint Seiya. I've watched the first part.
Oh, the new script isn't good of the old one?
It's painful. It's so painful. Don't subject.
That's surprising.
Go search for the old 70s era.
What if I watch the newer? Because Last Canvas was okay.
Last Canvas is okay. The newer
the new dub of the old one.
It's not a new dub of the old one. It's more like a reimagining of the first series.
Oh no, I'm not talking about. You're talking about the CG one.
Yeah, the CG one.
No, I wasn't talking about that. Netflix has a new dub of the old series.
Oh.
It kind of starts in a weird place though.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know how good or bad it is.
Okay.
But
well, there's that.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in the CG one. But there is the Saint Seiya CG movie that unfortunately does not have official English subtitles right now. But it looks a little more akin to the Dragon Quest animation. Well, not exactly, because it was made years ago. But it's a little more akin to that type of animation.
Wait.
Rather than the CG that they do now.
Do you have the Ghibli movies on your Netflix?
No, I believe we're getting them on HBO Max when that comes out.
So anyone outside of the US, you have access to all the Ghibli movies on Netflix. Let's see, what else? You have some of Mamoru Osoda's anime movies, like The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Summer Wars.
Damn, so lucky. I mean, I own all of them anyways, but still.
A Silent Voice is on it.
Yeah, we have Silent Voice on ours too. That's on my
Seven
list.
Deadly Sins, Blue Exorcist.
Flavors of Youth.
Yeah, that one too. Death Note is on it. You have Naruto.
The original Death Note, not the Netflix movie.
No, not the.
Stay away from that.
Stay far away from that one. Don't hurt yourself.
The Japanese live-action movies I hear are okay though.
It's probably better, yeah. Let's see.
Bleach
is also on Netflix, so you have a decent selection.
Both the anime series and the movie. the live-action movie.
Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is the one I heavily recommend.
Yeah, and also you have the Fullmetal Alchemist live-action movie.
Stay far away from that one. You have Yu-Gi-Oh! You have... Let's see, what else?
And then on Hulu, actually, Hulu has like a slightly different selection of anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is available everywhere.
Okay.
It's crazy. All the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series are like very easily available legally.
Okay.
Which is awesome. They're on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube. Good on Konami for doing something right.
Also, if you're on Netflix, there's Terrace House, the Japanese reality TV show, which is like chicken noodle soup for the soul, especially in these trying times. And you also have the Final Fantasy XIV
Dad of Light.
It's also heartwarming and fun.
I need to watch that.
You probably will enjoy that one. So yeah, there's a lot to keep yourself busy.
Let me look at my Hulu list right now, because Hulu has some anime that Netflix doesn't have that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
We have, and I'm just checking my list here. Alright, so I know they have Inuyasha, or no, Netflix has Inuyasha, but Hulu has Inuyasha the Final Act. So if you want the full Inuyasha experience, but then they have One Punch Man, both seasons of One Punch Man instead of just one like Netflix. Gintama, Black Clover, yeah, Fire Force. Oh, it's old Gintama, not new Gintama, but I believe new Gintama is on Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay.
The Rock Lee spin-off, which is hilarious. Demon Slayer, which I'm guessing is also on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Outlaw Star, which I need to finish because that's a good like 90s Cowboy Bebop-ish anime. They have Dragon Ball on Hulu subbed. Unfortunately, not the dub rights are only on Funimation, so you have to have the Funimation app. Promise Neverland, the 2003 Astro Boy series, which I used to watch a little bit on like Kids WB, but I always liked the animation of that. It had really good.
That's a really good selection.
Oh, I'm not even done.
Oh.
Blood Blockade Battlefront, Seasons 1 and 2, Samurai Champloo, Blue Dragon, Sailor Moon Crystal, Sailor Moon S. That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
The Guyver, well, I don't know how good the Guyver is. Gundam 00, Gungrave, Watamote, Dot Hack, Danganronpa. I think I already said Ranma half. My Hero Academia, Ergo Proxy, Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher is available on a lot of streaming services, just not Netflix. I believe also Digimon. And the most important anime of all, King of the Hill.
That would be?
King of the Hill.
I fell for that one. I can't believe I fell for that.
I said it before, but maybe you just didn't hear me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's plenty of stuff on Crunchyroll. I don't have Crunchyroll right now, but I might get it at some point just to watch.
I mean, you also have a free option, but you know, with ads.
That's true. The thing I found with Crunchyroll is sometimes the ads lag. Like the episodes will be fine, but the ads themselves, both Crunchyroll and Verve have done this to me. Where the show itself will be fine, but the commercials take forever. Although, luckily, a lot of not commercials, a lot of those same anime series are available on TubiTV because they're free. And on TubiTV, I haven't had any problems with lagging commercials.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I guess that's it. I mean,
we have plenty of recommendations. We might just do, at one point, we might just do a whole, well, we probably will, now that we're going to be stuck inside more, an anime edition of our podcast at some point.
I mean, you can also find us on Twitter if you have questions or if you're looking for any more recommendations, and we'll gladly dole out any more titles for your viewing and playing pleasure.
Yeah, I'll make sure. Yeah, if you ask me about anime recommendations, I will yell at you and block you like Hideki Kamiya. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. But yeah, so I think that's all for this podcast. Sorry about all the news at the beginning. Hopefully, we can have more positive news at the beginning next time.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you then. See you later. I don't know how to end this.
We're signing off.
We're signing off. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. Bye.